Hello Patreon people, I know I waited till almost the last minute to get you an update this month for April, but I had a few things going on, and I was waiting on a few parts. The main one being for our XOQ build, and that's the print bed right here. And one of our community members helped me out with this, and he did such a great job, I definitely want to show you how it went. Dave Kennedy has done some machining for me before, and he's a friend of the channel, but he took on this one as well. Over at ExoSlide, they have a build of materials for building an XOQ printer, and they provide you a step file to use on the bed. This is just a regular 1 foot by 1 foot piece of aluminum that I got from Midwest Steel, but they've designed some slots so you can use some magnets, so you can use a spring steel sheet on top, and Dave was more than happy to machine them for me, and it came out looking great. Here's what it looks like after I glued some of the bar magnets in. I did go with neodymium magnets. They aren't quite as high temp as some of the other ones, but we'll give these a shot because they are quite a bit cheaper. Hopefully they'll last a while. I went with some Loctite high temp epoxy to glue them in. They're nice and tight. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is the magnets aren't all the way out on the edge. Maybe we need to machine a couple of slots around here to get the sheet to hold on just a little bit better. Because I do have this steel sheet and it sticks down pretty good, but the edges are just a little bit curled. I don't know if that's going to make a huge amount of difference. Maybe I need a sheet that has just a little bit more steel in it, but we'll experiment with it and see how it goes. So a big shout out to Dave and thank you for helping me with this. It looks great and this gets us one step closer to being able to start the build of the XOQ printer. I do still have a few more parts for that build en route, including the ExoSlides. They reached out to me and said they had a newer version they'd like me to try out, so they're sending a new set of those as well. So stay tuned for that build. We're getting close. And then we have this guy that showed up. It looks like FlashForge has been sending out a lot of machines recently because I've seen a lot of reviews for these machines. I believe this is an Adventurer 3. They contacted me a while back and asked me if I wanted a machine, and I actually refused it because they had a few stipulations. Well, they seem to have changed their mind and they wanted to send me one anyway. So be looking for this video. The live stream will be done first where we unbox it. That should be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So as far as everything else goes, I have been doing a lot of filament testing. As far as strength goes, I really haven't found a great way to do it, so I'm not sure if that's going to make it to a video or not, but I have been working on that. And I did put a Patreon post out last week, and I mentioned that we do have a couple of live streams coming up. I still have the 3D Chameleon to put together, we have that FlashForge printer, as well as a few others. Also, Prusa just put out a new version of firmware for the Mark III's. I will be testing and comparing the previous version on that, so there's a lot of work to do there. I released another SKR video this morning, so check that out if you have a Mini or you need to know something about it, as well as a whole other list of projects. And 100% I do intend to get the date scheduled for our Patreon only live stream. That is going to be coming out in the next couple of days. I'm going to try to set it out about 2 weeks so we make sure that everybody can join that wants to join. That will be just for us. So that should be a good time. And I feel like that I really haven't put out a proper coffee break video all year. It's been pretty much just updates. But it seems like the last couple of months have just been insane. And I really hope to get more structured as this goes on. I probably said this in last month's update, but I really am trying to work towards that. So stay tuned for that. As always, these updates are just for you. I really appreciate all the support. We've been gaining a lot of support and a lot of subscribers recently, and it's greatly appreciated. And I will see you next month on an update and hopefully a more proper coffee break.